Good morning, friends. I welcome all today's lecture on classification of verbs. We have already discussed about the introduction of verbs. So, a verb is a word which denotes an action, a condition or state, or a position or a change in the state. For example, she teaches English. Here the verb shows an action. He is intelligent. Here the verb shows condition or state. I have 20 pens. In the sentence, verb denotes possession. She became strong. Here the verb shows change in the state. This is the introduction of verb. Then we move on to classification of verbs. So, see here, verb is divided into main verbs or auxiliary verbs, also called anomalous verbs, and also helping verbs. So main verbs also called principal verbs, lexical verbs. So verb is divided into two broad categories. The one is main verbs, the second one is auxiliary verbs. Main verbs also called principal verbs or lexical verbs. Auxiliary verbs also called anomalous verbs and also helping verbs. You see, what is the example of main verbs? There are numerous. There are number of verbs we can find in the dictionary. Example: read, write, go, sit, come, teach, whatever it is. There are numerous verbs in English. And also auxiliary verbs. They are 24 in number. They are limited. Main verbs are limitless. Auxiliary verbs are limit. So they are 24. They are again divided into primary auxiliaries, modal auxiliaries, semi-modals or marginals. So primary auxiliaries are 11 in number. Modal auxiliaries are 10 in number. Semi-modals or marginals are 3. So primary auxiliaries are be forms, have forms, do forms. Be forms are am, is, are, was, were. And also have forms. For example, has, had, have. And also do forms. For example, do, does, did. These are the primary auxiliaries. They are 11 in number. And the another one, modal auxiliaries. They are 10. Will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, ought to. These are modal auxiliaries. And then semi-modals or marginals. They are 3 in number. Need, dare, used to. All these are classification of verbs. Verbs also classified as a finite verb, non-finite verb. Non-finite verb again divided into 3 parts: infinitive, gerund, participle. Infinitive again bare infinitive, to infinitive. Bare infinitive without to, to infinitive, 2 plus verb 1. And participle also divided into 3 parts: present participle, past participle perfect participle. So verbs broadly divided into main verbs and auxiliary verbs, and also again the verbs are divided into finite verb, non-finite verb. Non-finite verb again divided into infinitive, gerund, participle. Infinitive again divided into bare infinitive, to infinitive. Participle is divided into present participle, past participle, perfect participle. This is the category of the verbs. So what is a finite verb? The form of the verb which is governed by the number and the person of its subject is called finite verb. A finite verb also reflects tense. So what is a finite verb? The form of the verb which is governed by the number and the person of its subject is called finite verb. A finite verb also reflects tense. For example, they are students. Ganesh goes to school regularly. I go to school every day. Sita went to market to buy vegetables. We are playing cricket. So you see, or, goes, go, I go, and went or playing are all finite verbs. Non-finite verb. The form of the verb which is not governed by the subject and doesn't reflect tense is called finite verb. The form of the verb which is not governed by the subject and does not reflect tense is called non-finite verb. Example, he went to market to buy books. He went to market to buy books. He made him wait at the office. She came running to me. These solved papers are very useful. Having finished his work, he left the office. These examples are called non-finite verbs. Okay. Then non-finite verb is further classified as follows. Infinitive. The root form of the verb is called infinitive. The root form of the verb is called infinitive. There are two kinds of infinitives. They are bare infinitive. What is bare infinitive? The root form of the verb without to is called bare infinitive. These bare infinitives are also used after had better, had rather, had sooner, would rather, would sooner, sooner than, better, etc. are all called bare infinitives. Example, she made me go. I heard her sing. Let him go. You had better consult a doctor. These are the examples of bare infinitives. To infinitive. The root form of the verb preceded by to is called to infinitive. It is understood that the purpose of any action or state of being or state of possessing of the subject is represented by to infinitive. Example, you have to support me in the election. Here you see to support. She decided to continue the job. She decided to continue the job. I went to market to buy vegetables. The lecturer allowed him to go. He bought a nice gift to present to his friend. You see, to go, to present, to buy, to continue, to support are all called two infinitives. Then the gerund. The present participle of the verb. Verb 1 plus ing verb used as a noun is called gerund. It is used as shown below. As a subject, it looks like swimming makes you strong. Swimming makes you strong. Swimming makes you strong. Here, gerund acts as a subject. Smoking causes cancer. Here also, it acts as a subject. Reading makes us wise. Teaching is a hobby. Hunting was a favorite hobby of ancient Indian rulers. Here you see swimming, smoking, reading, teaching, hunting. These all are acts. These all are called gerunds. So here gerund acts as a subject. If you see gerund in an object, she likes paintings. She likes painting. He likes hunting. You must stop smoking. She knows cooking. Here, the gerund acts as a object. Painting, hunting, smoking, cooking are gerunds. After a preposition, how it was after preposition? You see here, he is fond of playing. I have no idea of going there. Here, off and off are prepositions, and playing, going are gerunds. And also, he was fined for coming late. For is a preposition, coming is a gerund. They are not interested in completing the work. They are not interested in completing the work. Here, in is a preposition, completing is a gerund. As a complement in the sentence, his constant habit is sleeping. My favorite hobby is gardening. His only aim was cheating. Here, gerund acts as a complement in the sentence. Sleeping, gardening, cheating are the gerunds. In supposition to a pronoun, it is no use crying. It is foolish saying that. It is unwise calling her. It is waste of time waiting here. It is no use crying. It is foolish saying that. It is unwise calling her. It is waste of time waiting here. These are all act as a supposition to a pronoun. The participle, verbal adjective, the form of the verb which has the characteristics of a verb as well as an adjective is called the participle. The form of the verb which has the characteristics of a verb as well as an adjective is called the participle. Participle are of three kinds. They are present participle, past participle, perfect participle. Present participle verb 1 plus ing verb. Example, we add ing to the verb 1. For example, drowning, seeing, doing, cleaning are the examples of present participle. Past participle, the form of third form of the verb. Drowned, seen, done, cleaned. These are all past participles. And perfect participle, having plus third form of the verb, having drowned, having seen, having done, having cleaned. You see, in the present participle, drowning, past participle drowned, perfect participle having drowned, seeing, seen, having seen, doing, done, having done, cleaning, cleaned, having cleaned. These are the participles of participles. And then we move the number 1, present participle. If the time denoted by the participle is same as that of the principal verb, we use the present participle. If the time denoted by the participle is same as that of the principal verb, we use the present participle. Example, a drowning man catches a straw. Taking a walking stick, the old woman came out of the cottage. Seeing the notice, the thief ran away. Manoj came running to school. These are the examples of present participle. Then past participle. Past participle is used to form the perfect tenses and the passive voice. I have completed the work. She has written a letter. They were informed to attend the meeting. Past participle is used as an adjective. The thief hid the stolen money in his house. Tired drivers took rest in the park. These are the examples of past participles is used as adjective or used as an adjective. Next one, perfect participle. If the time denoted by the participle is prior to that of the principal verb, we use the perfect participle having plus third form of the verb. Having bought a book, I returned from the market. Having completed the work, the clerk left the office. Having received the appointment order, he left for the USA. Having bought, having completed, having received are perfect participle examples. The verb is also classified as transitive and intransitive verbs. The first one, transitive verb. A transitive verb is one that is used with a direct object. For example, person or thing. We attended the program. Cats eat rats. I love India. Here the verb transfer to the object. We attended the program. Subject and the object are used in the transitive verb. Intransitive verb. An intransitive verb is one that is used without an object. An intransitive verb is one that is used without an object. Padma is crying. Birds fly. She grew old. Their dog died. They arrived late. So here Padma is crying, there is no object. Birds fly, there is no object. She grew old, there is no object. Their dog died, no object. They arrived late, no object. These are all examples of intransitive verbs. So this is the classification of verbs. You see once again. So broadly, verb is divided into main verbs, auxiliary verbs. So main verbs also called principal verbs, lexical verbs. Example: read, write, etc. Auxiliary verbs also called anomalous verbs, helping verbs. They are 24. They are again divided into primary auxiliaries. They are 11. Modal auxiliaries. They are 10. Semi-modals or marginals are 3. Then verb also classified as a finite verb, non-finite verb. Non-finite verb again divided into infinitive, gerund, participle. Infinitive again divided into bare infinitive without to infinitive with to. And participle again divided into present participle, past participle, perfect participle. And also verb is divided into transitive verb, intransitive verbs. So this is the classification of verb. I hope you understand very well. Thank you very much.